Good morning and welcome to Science Fiction Retirement Library again. I'm on my travels. This time I'm going to my favourite bookshop, Rochester, Baggins Book Bazaar. And the reason I'm going is I've acquired 30 plus non-fiction vintage books about Admiralty, maritime, merchant navy kind of stuff, and it's quite interesting, it's quite niche. And I've spoken to Baggins, and I don't know the buyer will be there today, but basically I can drop the books off and get store credit, which is fantastic for me, right? Because it's my favourite bookshop. So I'm kind of doing this on behalf of someone else. Someone got in touch with me and said, can you do anything with these books? And actually some of the books are pretty, 1950s, again, very niche. Some of them are mostly hardback. Not my forte, obviously, but I thought I'd kind of help out. And if I can get £20, £30, whatever, then I'll give this person the £30 and I'll use the store credit. So on my way to Rochester, a few hours drive, but it's always worth it, Sunday morning. And I'll let you know how I get on with dropping off the books. I did take a picture of one of the boxes of the books, so I'll put that on the video. And then I'll let you know how I get on with the trade, let's say, what they say in terms of putting books in, because this is the first time I've done it at Baggins. And then I'm obviously going to spend some time walking around the shop and almost certainly going to come away with a few vintage science fiction books. That's the plan. Anyway, so yeah, Sunday morning, nothing better. Speak to you soon. Cheers. Those that haven't been to Rochester, that's the backdrop. Gorgeous old castle, and then an amazing bookshop in the town. So I've literally done my thing. I've dropped off the 30 plus maritime Admiralty shipping books. I'm going to wait for the buyer then to call me and let me know if he wants to buy them, if it's store credit, etc. I hope for store credit. I did already spend a lot of money in there today because I can't help myself. It's an unbelievable store. And I could probably buy another 10, 15 every time I go. But the one I wanted to just highlight before I get in the car to drive home is, I am sure this is a collectible book. And I just got it in the kind of the cheap paperback section. I am pretty sure it's not in great condition. It's very well faded. But this Space Relations by Barr, I am pretty sure I've seen go for quite a bit of money recently. So bargain for sure. Got a few hardbacks, probably at retail, but really nice copies. So I'll get home, I'll run through the haul, and then I'll wait for the buyer to call. Anyway, cheers. If you do get a chance, please go to Baggins Book Bazaar. It is awesome. If I haven't told you before, there's 3 levels. One is, when you first go in, on the left is all the good books, selected, £10 plus. And there's some good sci-fi in there. And I got a couple today from that section. And then you go to kind of a basement kind of level hardback section, which has a lot of sci-fi, including sci-fi book club editions, but some other good condition things, especially like Peter F. Hamilton, lots of Frederick Poul, Arthur C. Clarke hardbacks from like the 80s. And then you go further on, up some steps, and there's like the sci-fi and fantasy paperback section, which is, I don't know, 10, 12 shelves. And there's some good quality stuff there as well. It is in the sun. I'm always worried that it's got a window with no curtains, but I picked up some great things there before, and I picked up a few today. So, yep, I'll drive home. I'll do another video with the haul, and let's see what we've got. Cheers. Good afternoon, I'm back. I actually picked up 9 books today, but 2 of them were just for inventory, basically, because they were good deals and maybe giveaways and might go on eBay, etc. So I'm not going to show you those, but I do have 7 here, 4 hardbacks, 3 paperbacks. A couple of the hardbacks were, not expensive, but £10 plus books. But actually, the gem I think was a paperback, and I've just done a little bit of analysis online, and I'm going to go to it first because the Epstein link, apparently there's an Epstein link or something which has pushed it through the roof, and no joke, so I'm going to show you it first. It's Space Relations Barr, and it's not a great copy, spine roll, big fade. But apparently this has a link. There's a Geoffrey Epstein connection. And on eBay, I've seen £100 plus sales, like in the US, for example. There's also been kind of £10 sales, and there's one for 200 quid or something. But if anyone knows about this, please shed the light. A rising young Earth diplomat is on his way home when he is captured by infraspace pirates and sold into slavery on the forgotten planet of Kosar. So, yeah, some kind of, I don't know, trafficking or abduction kind of stuff. But you will not believe, but I got this for £2. Now, regardless of what shot up in the last thing, I've seen this even last year for £15-20. So crazy that I saw that. And this is a bookshop that knows its stuff, my favourite bookshop. So you can still get gems, guys. So that's number one. Space Relations, Donald Barr. I nearly bought it actually beginning of this year, maybe, for 20 quid or something. One of the eBay sellers I follow had it, but wow. That was, when I saw that, I was just like, is this real? Is this honestly real? Obviously the prices online are crazy, but that's still a collectible book. I then got this. I think I got the other two a while ago from this small series, so I had to check that I haven't got this one. Saul Dunn, book 2 of the saga of Steeleye. A little bit faded, coronet, but pretty good, pretty immaculate. And this I think was £2.50. Yeah, so £2.50. Usually if they're really good condition but they're thinner, it's £2.50, and they're really good condition and, you know, slightly wider paperbacks, it's £3. But I got the other two Steeleye in this saga of Steeleye, and I was missing that one, so a little bit faded but good. So that was number 2. My third, apart from the 2 stock items, my third paperback was this one. And I'd never heard of it, but I do like these Manor books. So first time in paperback, Planet Finders by Vern Dermott. So I didn't know anything about this, but again, it was just really good condition, and it was in the big paperback section at the back. When There Is No More Room on Earth. So £3 because it's slightly thicker, but really good condition. I think it was 70s, yeah, so 1977. The first man to reach a new planet, provided he filed a claim for the minerals or a new life form could take possession. The Law of the Planets. So yeah, just something I haven't seen before, caught my eye, and that's the third one. Now for the 4 hardbacks. So I think interesting actually. I think, yeah, the 2, so I'm going to go through the 2 that were in the normal hardback section. So there's a normal hardback section, which is all genres, all conditions, and you can pick up some great things there, but it's kind of the bargains. And then the 2 at the bottom were the ones that I picked in the prime area when you first come in. They select the titles, let's say. It's the best quality when you first come in on the left. But this one, I remember seeing, last time sorry, there's a bit of glare there, so I put it at an angle. I remember seeing that when I was there last time, and I nearly bought it. And now I have bought it. So, actually, let me see if I can... It's better there, isn't it? Yes. So, Venus Inc., Frederick Poul and C.N. Cornbluth, is actually 2 novels. And this came out with the publication of the second novel, it seems. Well, Space Merchants is 1952, and then The Merchant's War is 1984. So Space Merchants, Poul and Cornbluth, 1952. Merchant's War by Poul in 1984. And then this is a 1984 hardback. And that was £10. I just thought that looks pretty cool. Sorry about the glare, that's awful. You can see my phone in it, but you get the gist. So that was a good find, I thought, for £10. And then here's an author I've never read before, and I don't know if I own much, if anything. So Paul J. McCauley, the first book of the Confluence. Now, weirdly, I'd seen like the second and third book of the Confluence, and I was this wasn't in the M's. So I don't know if someone kind of put it back in the wrong place, but I then found this somewhere towards the, I don't know, T's or whatever. So Child of the River. And the thing that got me, obviously it's more modern, is the blurb was Confluence, an artificial world orbiting an obscure star beyond the edge of the galaxy. a flat strip 20,000 kilometers long, bounded on one side by the Rim Mountains, on the other side by the Great River. Now, I've just read To Your Scattered Bodies Go, which is the first in the River world, and this kind of has a little feel of that, but also great cover and just intriguing. And that was $7.50, and it's a first edition. So Golank's 1997 Paul J. McCauley. So it's definitely someone I want to read. Okay, so those were the two from the main hardback. And these two came from the selected section. Now, the first one is David Hutchinson that I've wanted to read for a while, and I've never found anything. And I've definitely never found anything in the wild, and definitely hardback in the wild, right? So I saw this and I thought, is that the Hutchinson, the guy I want? Because, you know, my brain's all over the place. It's called Fool's Gold. What I liked about it as well is Tui and Love from Rita. I always love stuff like that. And you see there, it's first UK edition and £10. And it says, in this second collection of short stories, David Hutchinson confines himself to science fiction. This young author has lost none of his fresh yet ironic approach to situations which leave a distinct chill in the spine. So I think it's kind of horror science fiction, but that was one I got quite excited about, to be honest. And I've never seen it, so I'll do a little bit of study of that, but that was one of the good ones. And then the last one, like the Venus Ink, I'm pretty sure I've seen this before when I've been at Baggins, and I've always liked the look of it, and you'll see the wraparound cover. So this is Heinlein's To Sail Beyond the Sunset. And it's got one of those big plastic covers like the others have, but that's just an awesome thing, I think. And I've always been, I don't know why I never picked it up before. I've always thought, well, I've got too many, I can't buy this one. And it was £7.50. And it's more modern again. Michael Joseph, London. First published in Great Britain by Michael Joseph, 1987. So, yeah, just a wonderful thing. And I didn't go in there looking to get hardbacks, but I went in there, all came out with hardbacks. So yeah, 7 great books, 2 kind of inventory stock for stuff I've already got. There might be upgrades, I haven't actually checked. And then that Space Relations, just crazy. I'm obviously not going to sell it because I haven't got it, but for £2, when you're seeing, just have a look on eBay, some of the crazy prices. So yeah, really good haul. And the last update, I think I already updated you, but I'll let you know, I'll give an update to this when I get information back on how much credit I might receive. And I might just put it here. So if I get store credit, the buyer will give me X. So it was 30 or so 1950s to 1980s maritime books, so kind of merchant navy, non-fiction, books about admiralty and shipping, you know, structures and business. And then there was 4, I think, on property investment from like the 70s or 80s. So yeah, I don't know, I've never done this before, but I'm really intrigued to see what they do, what they like to take in, and then it might be an avenue for me in future, because I went in there with 2 bags of books, I came out with a bag of books, and spent, I think it was like 40 something pounds. That's a nice, for me, that's just a nice morning. So anyway, thank you as always for subscribing, thank you for commenting, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Cheers.